pick up your ID cards to get registered and vote when 2011 comes to pay Cardiff as the president of your and my country. Guyana, what is it? Passion? What is it? Love? What is it? Hope? What is it, Guyana? It is faith. What is it? It is faith. We've got all these children who need the best education that they can have. I'm not going to bash anybody. I'm not going to say they've done these terrible things in our country, that they've destroyed education. I'm not going to say that. But I'm going to say, beginning today, I want you to know that your children deserve to be educated. As I walk around this country, people are complaining that they can't get their children to schools because the distance is so far. Not for you in Georgetown so much, but in Georgetown it's a different problem. Parents can't afford to buy the uniforms, and therefore the children don't really have access to education. When I went to Obadiah and Hottocoin in the Abaroon area, in Region 1, once you are over 14, you didn't go to school because there are no teachers. And instead of the parents keeping the children home, they take them to the farm to work. And this is 2010. We've got too many resources to allow our children not to have education. We want to reform the school system. We want to expand schools. The buildings that our children are in are not built to get the best learning taking place in your children. When your children go to school, not only are the schools dirty, but they're hot, uncomfortable. Children are squeezed up on benches. How can you get the best potential out of children when they must be educated in situations like that? We have to do something about reforming education, because it must work for our children. They must come out with the skills required, because in this world today we have such pristine areas in our country. We want our children to be built to get within their home system the feeling to explore the rest of this country, not only to stay on the coast. I have people waiting to come and invest in our resource, in our interior, because it's so pristine, it's so beautiful. You just go to a Ramadan and you see the sky seems so low. The sky is littered with stars. It looks like a blanket of diamonds. And the mountains, the peacefulness of our country could rehabilitate people from around the world. So what doctors are asking me, can we have medical tourism in Guyana that will bring us resources and money and jobs? This is how we create jobs for the people of our nation. Medical tourism means people. I met the director of a hospital in New Jersey who says he does heart surgeries for children, and he needs some place quiet and peaceful where he can bring those children to recover, so that we can build the kind of health facilities within our interior for these doctors to send those children who have had heart surgery to heal and to rehabilitate them. These are days when a doctor could stay in Switzerland or in Iceland and have surgery here in the Rupununi or in Georgetown, because of the technology technology so that when someone like a Winston Murray or any one of your relatives may collapse, we don't have to wait 3 or 4 days for a doctor to come from some other country to get help. We can do it right here with the doctors, wherever they are, with their specialism to do the surgery right here or take care of us. Because our health is important, you have to think of new ways in which you can bring health to people. So there are a host of other things that can happen in our nation. We've got the resources. All it takes is for you to have the vision and to cooperate for us to be together tonight. I want you to join me in creating that vision for developing our country. We have people who are interested. I have met on my way back from work in the Sudan, where I was helping people to recover after 50 years of war. They were at war for 50 years. They lost 200 and something, 25 million people died in that war. 25 million people. And those people needed help. So while I was there, I was helping to create the kind of governance structure for peaceful government. When I left en route home to come and join you so that I can give you the opportunity to create the best government in the best Guyana, I stopped in Washington, D.C. and in New York. And I didn't say to Guyanese, you are terrible for not being at home. But I said to them, I want us to have a partnership because they are just as important as those of us living here. It is their national country. It is where their naval strength is buried right here in Guyana. So I've invited the Guyanese to have a partnership. And that partnership includes joining you when I start my government over there in that room called the Cabinet Room. I will put in place a video conference and teleconference room and equipment where Guyanese at home and Guyanese abroad, wherever they are, Timbuktu, wherever they are in this world, they will participate 1 day per month in the decision making on the policies of our country. So Guyanese at home, in the Rupununi, in Ekiran, in Portland, Carrington, in Springlands, in Legwan, could come to a cabinet meeting through teleconference where they can call in to a special number or video conference where they can see us, and the ministers and the president will have to answer questions on particular policies if things are not going right. Or even if things are going right, there will be partnership in government. That will make it truly government by the people, for the people, where you will participate in the decisions being made on policies in our country. I would like to change what is happening in Guyana. You want change, and this is why you're here tonight. You are looking for a new movement because you want your children to have the best that they can have.